Hello, I am Linda from paperboutique.blogspot.com. Today I'm demonstrating the eye top and how to use it with different types of papers, glitter, and ribbons when making homemade brads. The eye top, as you see here, is a tool used to make custom-made brads and magnets. It comes with supplies to make a 16mm and a 22mm brad. If you want the larger 28mm brad, you have to purchase it separately. The other thing that you'll need to purchase is templates for cutting out the brads. As you can see, this is the larger 28mm brad, and then the medium and the small. I purchased a punch and for the 16mm brad. I make a lot of 16mm brads, so I decided to get a punch, and I can also use it. It's a cute punch to make flowers. I haven't purchased a brad since I bought my eye top, and I love it. First, we're going to make a brad with regular cardstock, and then I'm going to show you how to use the eye top to make the brads with a variety of papers, ribbon, and glitter. I've gone ahead and punched out the topper using my paper punch, and this is regular medium, I'd call it medium to heavier weight cardstock. It's very easy to use. You pick up the top of the brad, put it over the tool, and I don't know if you can see that, it just balances. It isn't magnetic, so you just have to kind of hold it up. This step is one that is important. You have to center, you have to center your paper over the brad, and you want, the reason why you want to get it centered, and I'm looking around to make sure it is that all of these little prongs are going to have to be caught up when you put the brad bottom on. So you push down, and while you're doing that, I go around and push, turn it a little on the side so you can see a different angle, push the sides in to make it a smoother finish. And you pick it up and you just can turn it, well, I could turn it this way, and then you want to take a look at it to make sure that it's even. And you can see mine isn't even, so normally I would just go ahead and take it out and start over, but I think it's going to be close enough for the demo. Then what you're going to do is push all of the papers in with your finger, and I think you can see it. And don't worry, if it doesn't work, you can actually take the brad apart and start over. It's really foolproof. Then what you're going to do is turn it over again. You're going to insert the bottom of the brad in the tool, put it down, I'll turn it to the angle, and then do a fairly heavy squeeze on it, okay, for a second or two. And what I like to do is not pull it out by the brad bottom. I like to just pull it out and get the brad out. And as you can see, you have a cute little brad to make a center of a flower. Now I'd like to show you a few things that you can do differently with the eye tool in using different papers. I have made the brad. This is an example of the brad made with a really heavy paper and brushed it with diamond glaze, so it gives it just a nice finish. There's an example of that technique. Another technique that I have used is using heavy cardstock, once again using diamond glaze over the top of it, and then a rub-on just to give it some added dimension. I love using decorative papers with my eye top. This one is a decorative paper that has mulberry in it, as you can see, and this one is an Italian paper. I'll move this out of the way. Here is a brad, and it makes a much smoother. The lighter the paper, the smoother looking the brad. And this was made out of the mulberry paper, and once again I used diamond glaze. And here's an example of the Italian paper with just a flat finish, and that just gives you a really, really nice look. Another technique is to use tissue paper. I had leftover tissue paper from Christmas, and I made this little brad using tissue paper. It's really easy to do. What you might want to do when using tissue paper is put tissue paper in the punch and put a piece of like typewriter paper underneath it and punch them together, and it'll give you a nice clean punch. Some of my favorite techniques using the eye top revolve around ribbon. This is an example of a 100% cotton ribbon that I purchased at Michael's. It's just very nice cotton ribbon. I used the punch right on the ribbon and then wrapped it around my brad, and I like that. It's very soft. This particular example is using a metallic ribbon that I also purchased at Michael's. And this is, as you can see, a wire ribbon, and I just used the punch very carefully to avoid the wire and wrapped it around. I love the look of the metallic ribbon on this. It looks like, it's almost like a mesh. I used this brad on a number of Christmas cards that I make. And the last technique I'd like to share with you is I punched out tissue paper, covered the brad with tissue paper, and then used just plain old Elmer's glue and brushed it on and used Martha Stewart's fine glitter to get this look. And I just love that. What I would recommend is that you use the tissue paper and color closest to the glitter. I used a white tissue paper, so it took me a couple of coats of glitter to cover the white with the blue glitter. And lastly, what you could do is you could also, I don't have an example for you, use the glimmer mist. I did a couple of videos ago. I made a video on how to make glimmer mist. And you could spray your paper with glimmer mist, let it dry, and then use it to wrap the brad. The eye top also comes with magnet backs. You can make magnets instead of brads. And I'm pleased to say that in May, there's going to be a release from the company that there's also going to be buttons that you can make using the eye top, and also badges with pin backings, which I think will be so much fun. Thank you so much for watching my video, and check out my blog at www.paperboutique.blogspot.com for more videos and project ideas. Thank you so much. Goodbye.